Capricorn, welcome to your reading of October 15th through 2023. My name is Dawn. You're listening to Dawn Williams Tarot. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for finding your way to me. I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe, because every one of those clicks helps me grow, and I am trying to create a high vibe community here. Integrating our spirituality as well as our ascension process with these tarot cards as guidance, right? So Capricorn, how are you? How are you feeling? How was your week? My week was kind of up and down. It was very emotional at times. I felt as though at one point my body was trying to fight something. So I felt like I was getting sick, but I didn't really get sick. So I really feel as though a lot of the ascension processes were really affecting me personally. I also felt like I got a lot of downloads. I sleep in a dark room. I make sure there's no light. I can't sleep with light. And it's amazing how many times this week, when I would lay down to go to sleep, even if I would, get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom or whatever it may be, get water, as soon as I would close my eyes again, there was just brilliant light. So this to me is kind of a confirmation for me that, this has been a very energetic week, as well as all the stuff that's happening on the planet, right? With the war starting over in the Middle East and all of this stuff that's just going on. It's a lot. And my hope is that we can come together as a community collectively, work on ourselves, because that's the only thing in life that you really can change is yourself. You can't change another person. You can't, all the things that you can do in your life is to create for yourself. Change you. So work on yourself. That's the most important thing. And, I have been a teacher for, 40 years. I really got into metaphysical stuff in the 90s. But I was awake quite young. I didn't really tap into a lot of this metaphysical stuff until after my mother had passed in the late 80s. And then it was like the floodgates opened. So for me, I've been teaching for a long time. And I've had so many people that would come to me for readings like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know why I'm here. What am I supposed to do? And only you can really answer that. Nobody external from you can tell you what it is that you are meant to do in life. Especially along your spiritual path. Your biggest mentor, biggest teacher is yourself. And if you've got all these other people saying, oh, I've got the answer to this and I've got the answer to that, and you may feel as though, you would like to dig into those things because there is an interest, but it isn't an end-all be-all, right? So this week, as I was sitting down doing my meditations, Spirit was very adamant and very strong about sharing the message about light, being the light, using the light in your experience, in your expression every day. Surround yourself with the white light. Ground your body. Activate your third eye, those types of things. So I was guided to pull a card from the Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. My daughter gave me this deck as a gift. And it's got all these beautiful colors in all the cards. What I love about the cards is that they really, the intention behind the deck was to help give you a focus, something to focus your mental mind on. And it was also a way to activate. It's an activation type of an energy. So I'm going to pull a card for you, Capricorn. And then I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you for your cards for the week. And then at the end, I'm going to pull your 5 main things. So your card, oh, look how pretty this card is. Your card is wellness. I don't know if you can see, but she's holding a lightsaber, like a sword above her head. So this right here is the sword she's holding in her hands, right? So she's doing this kind of a thing. And she's grounding that light into her body. So this card number is 24. So that rounds down to a 6, which sixes have to do with persevering. Keep going, keep moving. So I'm gonna read what the message reads for you. Wellness. You are entering a time when your body will become stronger. If you have been or are sick, you are on your way to feeling better. Begin to focus on a sense of well-being. If you are healthy, you will be inspired to strengthen your body through yoga or another form of exercise. I've just started doing rebounding. I don't know if you know anything about rebounding, but it's fun. I just listen to music, I bounce, and then I get off and go do something else, clean house, whatever. Then I go back and rebound some more. You do that a couple times a day, and it really does make a difference. Plus, it gets your lymph moving, so that really helps getting things moving for your body. Anyway, your body is enlightened and knows how to heal itself. Every feeling, be it pain, butterflies, excitement, or love, is a message from one part of the self to another. Tune into your body through meditation and ask what you can do to improve your well-being. Behind the human in the image is the flower of life. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There is the flower of life. Do you see it? Can you see it back there? That's pretty. A symbol that represents the process of creation. It is made up of overlapping circles that are a repeating expression of the first circle. It is a geometric metaphor reminding us that the nature of life is continual expansion. Your body takes you everywhere you go, so acknowledge, thank, and love it. What a great card. Okay, Capricorn, you're on your way to wellness. Okay. So I am using the Light Seers deck for your Celtic Cross. This is my favorite deck. It was probably the 3rd or 4th. I've had a lot of decks, but when I bought this one, I bought this for myself, and there was just an immediate response to this deck. I love this deck. Okay, so here we go. I'm just split. And I am doing the Celtic Cross. Ooh, your main theme starts out as the 7 of Wands. We'll talk to you about that in a second. Ooh. Wow. 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 Capricorn, you guys are kicking butt this week. Hey, Capricorn, you've got a lot of major arcana cards here, so that's a lot of heavy hits. You have got 1, 2, 3. You've got 2 wands, 3 wands, 2 swords, 3 swords, 3 wands, 3 swords, and 1 cup. And the cards that represent you are the Queen of Pentacles, she's not here. And the world card, and the world is here. So you are strongly aspected. Okay, so let's start. This card has to do with the main focus. The main focus was the Seven of Wands. Sevens have to do with trying to gain experience or utilizing existing experience. As you can see, she's sitting on this pad. She's got her bubble of light around her because she's protecting her space, right? She is in a meditative stance because she's working on her wellness. No, actually, what she's actually doing is, this is a card of success. This is a card of confidence, building her confidence, right? She has had some things that have come into her life that she's been working on very hard, that are coming in, and she's being recognized for her successes. So the thing about that is, you know, sometimes when you are recognized for success, there are people out there that are jealous of your successes. They cannot, I don't know what it is with humanity that we have this thing where we can't just be happy for other people. But it seems like there are genuine people out there that will champion you. I'm one of those. I love to build people up because I feel as though there's not enough of us out there, right? There's not enough of us out there going, you're doing a great job and you can do this, and you know, those types of things. So she's had to create this bubble around her just to protect her space. But the thing that I want to say is acknowledge your successes, even the little successes. Find a success story for yourself every single day this week, starting today. What are you proud of that you did today? What is one of the successes that you had today? Okay. And I want you to do this all through next week, because what that is going to do is it's going to build your confidence and it's going to build you up. But you have to be diligent and you have to do it every day. Otherwise, you know, then you're going to miss out on that realization and that recognition. Okay, so what is helping or hindering you is the Moon card. This is the major arcana. Now, the Moon card is about mysteries, and it's about the subconscious. The Moon is also about the unknown. So there are some things that will be coming in this week that are currently not known to you that will affect this week. The thing about the Moon card is that, and of course, tomorrow is the new moon. So as a reminder, please make sure that you do your new moon meditation or your new moon manifestations. Take your piece of paper, draw a circle, put all the goodies in you want to do, keep in your life and expand and receive in the center, and anything you're ready to let go of on the outside. Remember, I think I've shared this with you before, but once again, here we go. So there's some things that are coming in that are not known to you. And this is also a nod. This is a nod about your dream space. Dreams right now are very intense. They're very kicked up. Almost everybody that I've talked to are saying that they've had a lot of dreams. Some of them are scary. Some of them are not scary. Some of them don't make sense. And that's okay, because the way that your subconscious talks to you is through that imagery. And as you get better, like if you journal your dreams, meaning as soon as you wake up, you write down what you remember of what you dreamed about, you'll start seeing those patterns. And then because you're paying attention to the fact that your dreams are talking to you, Spirit will then go, oh, she's paying attention or he's paying attention. So now I'm going to start introducing synchronicities to confirm that they are on the right track. Okay, so that's kind of what this card is about. So what is your main focus? What's on your mind? Ooh, it's another major arcana, and it's the Star card. This is another one of my favorite cards. in the Rider-Waite deck, the woman that is this woman, she is standing with one foot in a pool of water, which is talking about your subconscious, right? The water has to represent your deeper subconscious mind, and one foot on the land. And she's pouring water. Nope, that's the Temperance card. She is, what is she doing on the major arcana on the Rider-Waite? But she does have one foot in the water. Oh, and she's pouring water into the pool of water, meaning she's adding more water into that pool, as well as pouring water onto the land. So this is a card for me that talks about recognizing your higher self. This is really tapping in, right? You can see the cord. She's really tapping in. And she has got her hands on it like this, but it's really tied and close to her heart center. This is a nod of following your spiritual path. And this is a nod of following your true north, okay? And whatever it is that you're here meant to do, whatever your mission is, whatever it is that you're adding to the collective, adding to the planet at this time as we go through this ascension process, is going to become a lot more clear for you, okay? Now, what is supporting you is the Ace of Wands. And as you can see, this is an aha moment. This is a seed of inspiration, and this is a seed of creativity. This is a seed of passion, of motivation. This is your intuition. As you can see, this is tapping right into her third eye, right? So one of the things I was talking about, even with your wellness card, right? You're bringing all of that information in so that you can see it clairvoyantly. You are going to be picking up on your psychic tools, okay? This is a seed. This is an opportunity. This is a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, a new way of intuiting. But it's a seed. So on the Rider-Waite deck, you have got this wand that is being handed to you by the hand of God. So this is a divine gift for you as a spirit. What are you going to do with that seed? Are you going to recognize the opportunity? Are you going to allow that opportunity to pass you by? Because this is what is supporting you. Recognize the opportunity, grab that opportunity, and decide how you want to nurture it into being, into fruition, okay? Now, where I had said that one of the cards that represents you the strongest is the World card, and we have the World card representing you. This card is in your past position. So what this tells me is that the World card is a happy ending to something, or the World card is about harmony and balance. And it is about spiritual awareness. This is the last card of the major arcana cards, meaning that when the Fool is the very first card that starts the major arcana, he does his journey through the major arcana until he gets to this card. And then he has completed his process. And then he starts all over. So even though you have had this completion, and I feel that this is a completion to a soul mission, if that makes sense to you. Meaning that before you came into this physical body, you decided the things that I want to accomplish, or the things that I would like to learn, or the things that I'd like to do and experience in this life are A, B, C, D, and E, whatever they may be. Everybody's going to have something different, right? This is a general reading. So I feel as though one of those things has been completed, and that you are now taking your step up. You are moving up in your spiritual process. And so because of that, you're going to be tapping into this Queen of Swords energy. Now, this Queen of Swords, she's a really interesting person because she comes from a place of truth. She comes from a place of truth, integrity, and honesty. This energy is a person who likes to have facts. They like to understand process. They like to know how to get from A to B and how you got there. They want to know the reasons of why. This is an air sign. This is the way you think. This is the way you express. This is the way you communicate. She is an excellent communicator. She doesn't mince her words. You know exactly where you stand with this person. And in her own right, she has her own sense of beauty and kind of a commanding type of a presence, right? That's the energy that I feel is in this card. So this could either be you becoming this queen, right? Or this is somebody very close to you that's going to be helping you this next week. It could be a mentor, could be somebody that you've known for a long time, could be a very close friend, could be your mom, could be your aunt, could be your sister, you know. It doesn't even have to be gender specific, to be honest with you, but I do feel that it's a feminine card. I do feel it's feminine energy. So if it does represent a male, which it could, then I feel that that person is tapping more into those qualities in their feminine side than their masculine side. And we all have feminine and masculine energies. Like I know I'm like 60% feminine, 40% masculine, because I do analytically think about everything. So just depends on how your system is set up. Okay, so your long-term energy, which is sad because this is a card of nightmares. It feels as though that your mind has been on overdrive. You can't sleep well. It may very well be tapping into why this card came up. This is very strong energy, but this all has to do with the way that you're thinking about things. So if you're being very bothered, which, you know, please don't get me wrong, like who is not bothered by what's happening? You know, we're facing a world war, World War III. We've got this, we went from, you know, the Ukraine war to now we're in the Middle East war, and that's escalating by the minute. So I certainly understand how this energy could be bothering you. The best advice that I can give you to help you with this situation, because this is going to be long-term energy for you, at least through this next week. But it is long-term. So, you know, it could last longer. The thing that I would suggest you to do, if you can do this, if you can get yourself in the habit of doing this, is knowing that when you go to bed at night, you're not solving problems. You're going to bed to rest, recuperate, rejuvenate, heal, right? This is why this card is so important. And I really feel that it's because of this message. This came in to take care of you. So if you can sit down in a quiet place before you go to bed, you know, get your routine done, whatever it is that you do, brush your teeth, wash your face, do the stuff, get everything ready, but then find a quiet space, sit down, and just concentrate on your breathing. And these messages, whatever this is going to pop in and is going to bother you because you're going to go, oh, I'm trying to meditate and I'm trying to think and I'm trying to relax and I'm trying to let go and I'm trying to, but you know, these things are popping in. Write what those thoughts are. What is it that's bothering you? are those things that are bothering you directly connected to you? Or is it stuff that's bothering you because it's happening outside of you, happening out here, that really you have no control over? You have no control over all that stuff that's out there, out in the world. You don't. It doesn't mean you can't have empathy or compassion or understanding or any of those things. But what the exercise is, because this is long term, write those thoughts down and tell yourself in that moment, I can't do anything about my list, but when I get up tomorrow morning, I will pick up my list. I'll pick up the baton again, if you need to. And you can worry about that in the daylight. Because I feel like when it's time to go to bed and it's time to sleep, you need to dedicate your actions to getting yourself to a place where you can recoup and regenerate, right? Because that's so important for you. And this is all thoughts. So these are the thoughts. How do you control those thoughts? So that's just a suggestion as to what you can do. External influences is the Knight of Cups. So this is our romantic knight. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very kind. He's very generous. He's got a big heart. He's a romantic type of individual. He believes in picking you up and sweeping you off your feet. He's very chivalrous, right? He's got his beautiful white horse back here that is just going, let's go for a ride. Let's take your date on a ride. But he's like flowers and hearts and all those types of things. Knights typically represent taking action, but this knight right here is the Knight of Cups, and he represents your heart space, your emotions. Could very well be that you are going to get into a new relationship for some of you, because this knight may be coming into your life. Or it could very well be that your significant other is recognizing that you are tired, that you're overworked, that you are running yourself to the bone, which is why this wellness card came in. And because that person loves you, he may do some very generous, nice, loving things for you. Okay, so as a gift, being recognized that you need a pick-me-up. So kiss him for me, or her. Okay, here's your feelings. 5 of Swords. So this 5 of Swords is an energy of, this is kind of a disappointment type of an energy. Like 5s are typically about changes, and the swords have to do with the way that we think. As you can see, we've got this bird that's picking at his head, right? You know, chip, 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 chip. And so this person is very unsettled. This energy is a kind of an unsettled energy. But again, the swords have to do with the way that you think. I really feel it ties into this 9. Right here. So I think the only thing is like, get out of your head, right? Ground yourself, Capricorn. I was gonna call you Taurus because I'm Taurus. Ground yourself, Capricorn. I think that you may be overanalyzing things that are causing all of these thoughts to come up. Not that, you know, you're certainly welcome to do those things, because you can suffer as much as you would like to suffer, because we all do it, right? We all kind of punish ourselves in that way. But in this situation, my suggestion would be to you know, allow yourself to change just your perspective on things. Realize that some things are out of your control. Some things are going to happen. There's nothing you can do about it, right? All you are in control of is yourself, like I said in the very beginning of this reading. Okay, your final outcome is the Ace of Swords. So thankfully, you're going to have an aha moment. After all of this agonizing, something's going to come in as an epiphany for you. As you can see, the light comes in and it's like, oh, and this is about a new way of thinking. It may be also about a new way of communicating. It may be about a new way of making decisions on things. But whatever it is, I feel as though this is a positive. You have an opportunity. This is an opportunity right here for you to be able to think about things in a different way. Could very well be that maybe during your, moments through this next week, that some type of information comes through that is unbeknown to you. Could be that it completely changes your internal belief system somehow, and in a positive way, really, because that's kind of the way that the aces come in, is a gift from God, right? What are you going to do with this gift? The Rider-Waite deck has has a in this case would be a sword that's coming out of a cloud, but it's being handed to the person by God's hand, right? So this is an opportunity. Spirit's giving you this opportunity to be able to move forward in a positive way. Queen of Swords, new epiphany. Okay, now, I don't see anything here that you really need to worry about. I mean, I do see some anguish and some, feelings of anxiety because of these, this 9 as well as this 5, but they're all thoughts, and it's just a call for you to just do a deep dive and figure out, well, why do you feel and think, or why do you think the way you're thinking, and see if there's anything that you can do to change that thinking. Okay, so your first card is the Claw. Be careful, do not take any risks. Second card is a Dark Man. Dealings, a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Could be your Knight of Cups. Don't see any other males in here. The next card is a Bow, and it says you are highly thought of. And then you have an Ink Pot. Problems to be resolved. Let's hope it has to do with the way you're thinking about them. And your last card, Gavel. Involvement with the law. Okay, so my suggestion would be, if you are not in any type of a situation where you have to go before the law at this time, slow down. Be careful as you're driving. Remember to ground when you get in your car, right? Stay focused so that you're not pulled over and you don't get a ticket. Okay, Capricorn, well, that wraps up this reading for this week. I hope this has resonates with you in some way. I would really appreciate if you would like and subscribe if you're new, and just like if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for being here, and until next time, please take very good care of you. Take this to heart. This was a really important message for you, okay? Love and light, my friends. Bye.